afternoon. It's Sunday afternoon here in Dallas. We're at the AEC Hackathon here at Project Atlas headquarters, which is an innovation arm that originally came off of Rogers O'Brien. So Ron here has actually hosted us this week. But in addition to the AEC Hackathon and us working together on that, we also, at me and in my role at BIM Object and yours at ThyssenKrupp, we spend our days in the digital world. So share with us a little bit what, you've been there a few years, so I'm interested to understand how the evolution has occurred in the digitalization and the tool sets you're using, and if you're seeing, what you're seeing is different today than a year ago or 2 years ago.
Well, what I'm seeing is that there's more and more need for us to provide BIM models for our clients, for our customers, for architects. And the more information that we can provide early on in the project really helps us be in the project, exactly, being able to be early in the project. And for us, that is an important part of our business.
Yeah. So for me in my role at BIM Object, a lot of times I help people understand that digital content that is brought in early on in the design phase and even engineering phase is so critical that it gets leveraged through the full building life cycle. I feel like, at least from my side of things, a lot of times that's just now being thought of and understood and done. Have you seen that difference? And are you working more, so a lot of this, selling building products or getting building products in buildings a lot was involved in the specification process and early in the process, but not so much through the full building life cycle. We're also seeing owners start to demand this digitalization all the way through. So are you guys seeing the same thing?
Yes, we are. There's more requirement for us to provide BIM models for our customers.
So a turnover?
Collaboration.
So are you seeing the same content used from the design development process all the way into facilities management and maintenance and operations? Is that the same?
Not yet on that side. It's more of, let's provide this content first, because there's more information that we can provide later on. As the elevator industry changes, its products evolve, we can provide that.
So tell us a little bit about your specific role day to day. What's Ron doing at ThyssenKrupp day to day, and what's your engagement?
So my role is to automate work of a designer. The tools that we can provide to the drafters, designers, or engineers.
So configuration
engines that we built for our
clients
to reduce that amount of work. So a lot of the automation is happening in the factory. Lots of automation happening in our in collaboration between our designers and engineers.
So are you finding, or do you see a roadmap from that configurator that you're developing or managing in the design phase, not even just into the building, construction, and operations, but what about digital fabrication within your own plants? Is that happening yet, and do you see that happening in the future where the output of the design coming out of your configurator would be shoved to your plant floor to assist?
That is the ultimate goal, is to be able to reduce that transfer of, to be able to give that information to our factory.
So, having been in this digitalization for a while, what is without being able to divulge things, what do you see as the next step? What are you working on now that you think is going to be the low fruit that's going to help the industry, help your involvement in the industry, as in ThyssenKrupp and elevators and moving people around in facilities? What's the next big leap that you're focused on and hoping to attain?
One of the things that we're looking at is being able to connect with our architects. We've seen the pain points of, you have a building, you're going to have an elevator in your building. How do we reduce that friction? How do we give the correct information up front to them and reduce that the turnover and a lot of, once the architect is ready to share this information, send this information to the construction, be able to attain that.
Yeah, so you're actually seeing, I guess, I'm hoping, and a few years back even, there was a generic elevator shaft dropped in.
Right, that's correct.
And with the tools you're developing, it's truly a digital representation of the real object.
And be able to harness that information and collect that information downstream and send it to our factory.
Well, even in design engineering,
Design
I mean, structural,
engineering, yes,
you know, a half inch different on the clearance that you guys need in a shaft can totally change the whole steel layout.
That's correct. And providing that information up front and reduce the errors that might happen down the line.
So do you see that as a service that you're providing able to make you more of a preferred vendor because you are giving that level of expertise early in the process over your other competitors, if there are any?
That is correct. And at the same time, having that, providing that information gives support to our customers.
Yeah. Excellent. That's great. Well, Ron, thanks a lot for taking the time to share a little bit what ThyssenKrupp has going on. And, you know, we at BIM Object, you actually have some of your content on our portal. Great. And, you know, we're always looking to help partner together with our material product manufacturers to really bring real digital content because we do see that the whole building life cycle needs it. So thanks for all you do there, man. All right.
Thank you.
See you again another time. Steve with BIM Object. Ron Dagdag with ThyssenKrupp at the Dallas AEC Hackathon. So until next time, thanks.
Thank you.